So, lads, it is New Year's Eve. It is the last day of what has been a crazy old year. A crazy old year, and one of the crazier stories is still getting ready. Well, it's coming out on this day of all days, New Year's Eve. And obviously, if you guys are new to the channel, subscribe. You've already hit every sub goal we plan on hitting. So, I'm extremely happy about that, to be honest. And yeah, let's go and talk a little bit about Caitlin Clark and this right here. Have you heard you guys might be interested in this hint at our special guest? Reminder, this week's show airs Thursday. Every single response, Caitlin, will I sound like a creep if I say that is the shape of Caitlin Clark's head? I mean, I'm not going to lie, I did not see it. Like, I had absolutely no idea who it was, and every single response was, could be a Chief fan who's a lightning rod superstar in sports, especially this year. Not me looking for a second tweet. You're guessing Caitlin Clark, either going to go with Taylor Swift or Caitlin. Basketball icon, Caitlin Clark, Eminem and Audi. I mean, maybe. But obviously, yeah, this is big. Caitlin or Taylor Clark, but I bet Taylor's in the room behind the scenes when Clark is in the suite with Taylor first playoff game. Like, that's something like that's going to happen. Like, the day Taylor Swift says she's in Indiana is going to be the most watched WNBA game of all time. Doesn't matter who they're playing. You could be playing the damn Sparks. You could be playing the Sun. You could be playing the Sun are pretty good. You could be playing the Mystics. Doesn't matter. It'll be still the most viewed game of all time. I know the shape of Caitlin Clark's head. Every response to this is just Caitlin Clark. But it is actually crazy. It's crazy how many people just realize straight away and they're like, yeah, it's Caitlin. Timeline's in shambles. But like, it's actually crazy. I didn't realize just how big this podcast was. Like, I knew it was big. And not realize just how big the Kelce's podcast was. I didn't realize it might be bigger, as big, if not bigger, than Joe Rogan. Again, like, as far as impact, probably not. Longevity, obviously not. But like, at this point in time, it might actually be bigger than Joe Rogan, which is kind of crazy to think about. And obviously, it was a big podcast because the two Kelce brothers were incredible. But like, obviously, it's gone into the absolute stratosphere because of Taylor Swift. Someone said my heart says Taylor, but it might be Caitlin Clark. Like, that actually seems like it's a given almost that it's Caitlin Clark, which is crazy. Which is absolutely crazy. And that will break the internet. That will absolutely break the internet. Caitlin Clark appearing on, why do you play with Taylor fans like that? It's not cool. We know it won't be. So just say who it is already. It's like, I mean, that looks like somebody wearing a hoodie. Like, you can see that is someone with long hair wearing a hoodie. I'm not sure Taylor Swift has ever worn a hoodie. But, yeah, like, it's going to absolutely break the internet. It's going to break the internet completely. And you never know. It could be, it could look like Caitlin Clark, and who knows? It could be Charleston, whatever the hell his name is. The guy that went on the podcast, Jeff Teague, on it. And Jeff Teague, Jesus, I love the way where it's like players can be friends with players, like players can be interacting positively, and people in media with people that are like threatening players. But bring a just happen to be in the same room as a comedian that says some out of pocket things, and it's all Jeff Teague's fault. It's like, whatever. It's the most selective outrage I've ever seen. But it is seeming like it's gonna be Caitlin Clark. If it's not Taylor, I quit. It's probably Caitlin Clark. Brandon in a wig. Imagine if it isn't anyone. Imagine if it's just, somebody completely different, and everyone just assumes Caitlin Clark. I heard you guys might be interested in this hint, but I think everyone kind of almost not everybody knows, but it does seem like people are fairly certain of this. And I'm not going to lie, this will break the internet. This will absolutely break the internet. And to be fair, I'm not going to lie, like, if you are talking about like podcast success or not success, like, I didn't realize Angel Reese podcast was going to be this successful. And not just like, and when I mean that, I don't mean like, oh, you know, Angel Reese fans are watching. I didn't realize it was like going to be at like every single podcast. There's like multiple clip, like whoever she has basically advising her on this, is like whoever Angel Reese has advising her on the podcast stuff, is doing it pretty well, because it's the exact way to grow a podcast. You have your long podcast episodes, then you have your 8 to 10 minute long clips of different topics, and then you've got shorts, which are small parts of said topics. And it's good. It's good to see these players growing outside of, you know, just the season, because let's be real, what do we have now? 16th of May, so we've got like 4 and a bit months maybe till the season starts, like 4 and a bit months. And how long since the season was done? Like 3 months maybe? The season finished in October. Yeah, we're like over 3 months since the Fever were out. And yeah, it's still ticking along. These players are still probably making more money in their off season than they do during the season, which is hilarious. Like, I remember seeing Caitlin Clark's thing where it's like 11 million in endorsements, 6 or 70k in salary, and I'm like, this is pathetic. That was absolutely pathetic from, you know, those WNBA salaries. To be fair though, she did turn down, like, she's doing fine. She turned down a mil to play Unrivaled. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Are you guys going to be listening? And let's be real, whether or not you like Caitlin Clark or not, you're going to be listening to this. Because people will listen to her on these podcasts and hope when she says something or takes something out of context or something like that. So even the people that hate Caitlin Clark the most are still going to be listening and hate watching. Like, people do not understand hate watching is a lucrative industry. Like, I've definitely made a lot of money off people hate watching this channel, and it happened in my 2K days. Like, trust me, hate watching is a lucrative industry. Always has been, always will be. Even if you don't give them a reason to hate watch, you would rather people hate watching than not care at all. So anyway, yeah, lads, that is the video. It is New Year's Eve. Happy New Year's. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.